Okay, this won't be on the test, but you should still listen.
This is a partial list of the commercial diving fatalities over the past 15 years. All have one common cause: Delta P. 2 out of 3 commercial diving fatalities involve Delta P. It is invisible to a diver, and it strikes suddenly, without warning. There is almost no way to escape once it grabs you. Knowing what it is, where it lurks, and how to avoid its grasp is the subject of this video.
Chat, we might save 4 or 5 lives while watching this video, I'm not kidding. We might save 10 lives watching this video.
Delta P stands for differential pressure. Our discussion refers to situations where the pressures between 2 bodies of water are dramatically different. In a situation like this, the bodies of water continuously seek to equalize themselves. In this example, the body of water on the right wants to rush to the body of water on the left by means of the pipe between them. The pressure exerted on the valve stopping this water transfer can be enormous, depending on the difference in the depths of the water and the diameter of the pipe. If the difference between the depth of water is 50 feet and the diameter of the pipe is 10 inches, the force of water...
Doesn't this mean that if you are drinking a drink with a straw, you're not really sucking, you're just creating a delta P that makes the water go to your mouth?
Water exerted on the valve is nearly 1,700 pounds. If the valve was suddenly opened and your arm was near, it would be sucked into the hole instantly. Trying to remove your arm would be like trying to lift a car completely off the ground with one hand. You could only remove your arm if the pressures between the 2 bodies became nearly equalized. But at the pressure in this example, your body makes a perfect seal, stopping the bodies of water from equalizing. The formula for calculating the force of water through a hole at a particular depth is the area of the hole multiplied by the difference in water depth, multiplied by the psi per foot of water depth. Or, in the situation just described, the 10-inch hole...
Guys, you guys think this is a joke? Wait till you see the crab.
You can't see or feel a Delta P situation as you dive near it. It grabs you suddenly, and it doesn't let go until the pressure is equalized. When it's got you, it's got you. As you watch the following recreations of actual Delta P incidents, ask yourself if you have, on occasion, ventured into situations without being thoroughly prepared.
Oh no, Diver 1.
Diver 1 enters the water behind the dam structure in order to clean the strainer of the dam's drain. When the drain is cleared, the tremendous force of rushing water through the drain grabs hold of Diver 1, sucks him partially inside, and traps him. Diver 2 enters the water to help Diver 1 and becomes trapped also. Diver 3 enters the water to rescue Divers 1 and 2, and after 40 minutes returns to the surface with both divers. They are dead. Diver 3 was hospitalized for injuries suffered in the rescue attempts.
Guys, but if he was successful, or even partially successful, does that mean that Diver 3 would have made the seal with them? Because if he got him out of it a little bit, that means it would take more place for sucking, and he would have been sucked in.
A scuba diver was repairing a pool bottom at a depth of 10 feet. He came close to the open pool drain and was drawn against it. His body made a perfect seal against the drain. He was diving alone and had no tender at the surface.
To me, this is insane. This is insane to me that you can't even move sideways or roll out of it. That to me, that it doesn't sink in my head that the pressure is so high that you just get sealed and you can't move.
No one knew he was trapped. He ran out of air and drowned. 2 scuba divers entered a water tower to unclog a
XqC,
drain.
did you know only real
Using a
chat
fire
on
hose
pros?
to
You
blast
just Google
away
whether
the
you
silt
want to be
and mud that
chatted
was
ever.
clogging the drain suddenly opened. A great suction immediately occurred. Diver 1 was pulled into the drain. Visibility was 0. Diver 2 did not know that this had occurred.
Oh no.
Diver 2 surfaced, thinking Diver 1 had already come up. Diver 2 made repeated but unsuccessful attempts to find him. Diver 1 ran out of air and died. Neither diver was tethered to the surface, had communication with the surface, or with each other.
Even if they did, though, what are they gonna do?
A surface-supplied diver was working offshore in 86 feet of water on a well re-entry project. He was using a drill string to hook a trash cap inside a 13-inch well casing. The first attempt failed to catch the cap. The diver was asked to stand by the hole to make sure the string caught the cap. He reported when he saw the cap was hooked and began to leave. The drill string was pulled to the surface rapidly.
Who the fuck is doing that?
Because the cap was nearly the size of the casing, a great suction developed. As the cap came free, the rushing water grabbed the diver and forced one leg into the hole, up to the pelvis. The diver was killed. Diver 1 enters the water at a hydroelectric generation plant. His assignment is to seal off leaks in a large gate valve. The 3-person dive team is assured by the plant's operating personnel that the gate valve is closed. Diver 1 surfaces and reports that he thinks the valves are open. The winch is started and closes the valve. A 30-inch sluice gate is manually cranked shut. The dive team questions the plant personnel. The valve indicator shows the valve not fully closed. Plant personnel reply that the indicator is never correct, and typically the valve is cranked until tight.
Oh, okay,
Diver
thanks,
1
man.
re-enters the
Thanks,
water,
you fucking moron.
convinced that everything is okay. In a few moments, he begins to scream. The dive supervisor tries to contact Diver 1 on the intercom. The tender and supervisor pull the lifeline and umbilical. Both have broken from their attach points. The gates are cycled open while waiting for the rescue divers. 2 attempts by the company diver failed to locate Diver 1. 12 hours later, Diver 1's body is recovered.
12 fucking hours.